kiss, 'cause I just can't miss with a good luck charm like you. Come on and be my little good luck charm. You sweet delight, I want a good luck charm hanging on my arm. To have, to hope tonight. Don't want a silver dollar, rabbit's foot on a string. Happiness and your warm caress, no rabbit's foot can bring. Come on and be my little good luck charm. You sweet delight, I want a good luck charm hanging on my arm. To hope tonight. If I found a lucky penny, I toss it across the bay. Your love is worth all the gold on earth. No wonder that I say, come on and...
Hare Krishna.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord, I really want to see you, really want to be with you, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my Lord. My sweet Lord, my sweet Lord, really want to know paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you this love in my heart that I'm feeling for you.
Let 'em say we're crazy, I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, baby, don't ever look back. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world
11 minutes, and Brian Mañasco picked up that loose ball headed away by Jimmy Perez, who was supposed to have been marking him, but he went back to cover. Mañasco picked it up on the edge of the box and without hesitation slammed a fine left foot shot past Aurelio Wink in goal. Here we see it once again, and it goes 1-0 to St. Joseph's. But after this, Manchester United started putting on the pressure. Here's Tommy Cornelio free kick. It's headed on by Brian Askers to his brother Leslie, who rather hurriedly shoots over the bar. One chance gone begging and many more to come. And a fine effort there from Brian Askers, a fine left foot shot which was just wide of the upright. And now Leslie Askers presents Pessina with a fine header there, but it was gone over the bar. And here comes the equaliser. Pessina to Brian Askers, he leaves for Leslie, neat 1-2, and Brian Askers from virtually an acute angle, from an impossible angle, slots the ball between the near post and Richard Bear. And the much expected jubilation to go with it. After so many efforts going close, United finally finding the equaliser. Fine ball there from Leslie to brother Brian, and a tremendous little shot which beats Richard Bear at the near post. And here we have even more chances, and Brian on a similar occasion here, perhaps trying to chip the ball but not catching it as well as he would have liked, and Richard Bear there making a save. And the best chance for United, well, one of the other chances, here Pessina doesn't know what hit him and the ball goes over the bar, but the best chance really was this one. Ball punted upfield, or across the area, and Pessina there virtually on his own crashes that one against the post. But the winner came against the run of play, and here's Tony Sayers putting the ball upfield. Lombard doesn't even wait to control it, puts it in the middle, and here comes Francis Picardo. And it's 2-1 to St. Joseph's. And at that late stage, it was curtains for United. We'll have a chance to see that one again. Fine control there from Tony Sayers. The ball going upfield. And the first time knock into the middle, into the path of Francis Picardo. A bit of an error there from the centre-back, Steven Orciel, but very well put away there by Francis Picardo. And Joe Falero, the St. Joseph's skipper,
watchful eye of Orlindo Sene.
Glass is once again on the attack. Francis de Soisa losing out to Pessina, who puts Derek Askers away, and perhaps Derek should have done better than that. He took it too far wide, and his shot goes across the face of the goal. Brian Askers, his brother, comes in, but it was too late. And here's a good chance again to Derek Askers, who blasts there against the legs of keeper Michael Board, and a tremendous shot there from Mike Scullion, deflected by Johnny Moreno for a corner. Glass is on the attack once again, and Daniel Duarte on the edge of the box, putting the ball into Sene, blocked, and a bit of a tangle there. The ball goes towards goal, but Jimmy Perez clears for a corner, but the foul had been blown. A good move here now from Glasses, particularly from left back there, Johnny Moreno. He picks up and rounds Brian Askers there very ably. He's all left foot this player, but my God, what a left foot. And here's a good one for the books. The ball hits in the corner flag, everybody waiting, play goes on. Johnny Moreno again with a cross. And Ivan Duarte rushes in, but both he and Aurelio Wink miss the ball, and it's a goal kick. And here, Mike Scullion, in a moment of inspiration, wins the ball very well, and Brian Askers lobs. 1-0 to United. Michael Board's there, a bit uncertain whether to come out or stay on his line, but Brian Askers, no hesitation, saw the keeper off his line, and there we see it once again, And as the ball bounced, he just popped it over Michael. 1-0 to Manchester. Glasses, however, were soon on the attack, and about 3 minutes later, they had equalised. Manchester, however, had a good chance to go 2 ahead, but again, dilly-dallying. Good open play. Steven Orciel making a Premier Team appearance, and a weak shot there from Jaime Pesino. And here's Glasses' equaliser. Henry Felices there, nodding over Aurelio Wink, right into the corner. A goal not unlike that scored by Usila against Peter Bonetti in the 1970 Mexico World Cup. And Aurelio Wink there, no chance of getting hold of that one. 1-1 then. A tremendous error there from the defence. Menchi Lopez comes in and picks the ball out between defender and keeper. Defender in that case was Mike Scullion. And the keeper undecisive, and Menchi Lopez surprised everybody, got in there 2-1. And that's how the first half ended. And we see a tremendous shot there from Menchi Lopez once again. Aurelio Wink fails to hold that one. 2 bounces on the crossbar, and who's there? None other than Ivan Duarte. You can't keep him away from score sheets these days. There it is once again, tremendous shot, ball bobbling about. Aurelio Wink perhaps should have held that one, but there's Ivan Duarte to make it 3-1. And here's the 4th coming up from a free kick, and the ball didn't even move. Didn't even need to bend the ball. Andrew Lavagna picked his spot in the top right-hand corner, and Aurelio Wink knew very little about that one. There we see it again. Bang. The first chance there to United going wide, and Saints on the attack now. That's Stephen Mifsud crossing the ball in. United break, Orciel to Bishop, and Brian Asquez collects the balls there, and he tries to chip the goalkeeper there, but goes over. Mifsud here with another free kick. A good header by Joe Falero, but it goes over the bar. United free kick now. The ball, Pesino there a bit slow to get to the ball, and another good piece of play here by St. Joseph's, but the ball eventually cleared away by Pesino, who ran down to the other side to defend well. Much later in the match, a golden chance here for Brian Asquez, but Carlos Gaiviso came out really, really well and palmed the ball away. Very poor half, really, with both midfields doing all the work but going nowhere, really. So we see here the start of the second half. And this is the first goal by United. Brian Asquez to his brother Derek, and he places a shot just inside the left upright there, much to the delight of his supporters. There's Brian, congratulated by Mujeja. But Saints back quickly, and a tremendous shot there from Brian Magnasco, who completely fooled Aurelio Wink. 1-1 it was then. But then after this melee, Brian Asquez had the last save for United with that shot, a snapshot crashing it in, making it 2-1 to Manchester United. Now there were more chances before the end, but the game against all odds, the boys in red came back from the dead to rescue 1 point. Glasses virtually back to full strength, had Joe Lopez and Maurice Ocaña back in the side, and Manchester United were missing Tommy Cornelio, who's got his wrist in plaster. So here now are the highlights from the match. And before the kick-off, there was a minute's silence in memory of Manchester United's Pepe Cruz mother, and United wearing black tags. And first chance to Glasses then. We're playing in the white strip. And Sanet turns on this one, but blasts it high over Aurelio Wink's goal. Now Wink having some problems holding onto the ball with that particular shot. And another good chance here for Glasses, and this time Duarte pokes it over the bar. And not spectators leaving the stadium, but back on the pitch, Leslie Asquez taking a corner for Manchester United. And from this move, right to the very end, to the other side of the ground, and here Duarte tripped, but play allowed to go on. Joe Pumbo beats Aurelio Wink, puts it inside to Ivan Duarte, who has recovered and has 2 bites of the cherry and makes it 1-0 to Glasses. A very well taken goal, good advantage play by referee Mr. Perez, and a deserved 1 goal there for Glasses, if only for sheer perseverance. There's another good move covering the length of the pitch by Glasses United. Lopez to Ocaña, Ocaña to Moreno, Moreno combines with Duarte, and there's Moreno putting the ball in, and Aurelio Wink in all sorts of trouble there with that high ball, and eventually he smothers it under his body. And a good free kick here from Michael Ocaña, which nearly fooled Wink, and it took a brave effort there to keep that ball out. And another good shot there from Sané, which had Wink in trouble again, and then Glasses went 2-0 up when this shot from Joe Kumbo came off Jimmy Perez and beat Wink, who was going in the wrong direction. And this was midway through the second half. Now at this stage it looked all over. Leslie Askers seemed to worsen matters for United when on 2 occasions was guilty of dissent and was eventually sent off by referee Mr. Perez. Fortunately he wasn't missed by United at all, but with 10 men tried to restore some pride in their game, and his brothers Derek and Brian showed through example. Brian pulled one back for United after a well-taken free kick by Jimmy Perez, and then Derek Askers went through into the box and was brought down with about a minute to go. A blatant penalty decision and very brave refereeing from Mr. Perez, no hesitation pointed at the spot. Kike Garcia stepped up very cool with a minute to go, as I said, and levelled the issue to all. A minute later it was all over, and United had rather undeservingly salvaged a point at the last moment. So let's have a look at the Premier Division and how it stands at the moment. And right at the top there, Glasses United played 4, won 3, 7 points, but they have a higher goal average, or goal difference rather, than Manchester United, who are lying in 2nd place with the same number of games, wins and points. St. Joseph's with 3 games, 3 wins, are in 3rd position with 6 points. Then come Gib Police, 5 games, 3 points. Well, they're doing quite well, Police. And Lions, 5 games, only 1 win, 3 defeats, 1 draw, and that's 3 points. And right at the bottom, the Royal Navy with 5 games, no wins, 5 defeats. Here are the highlights of the match, and Manchester United are in the red shirts. St. Joseph's kicking, and it's Gonzalo Aguilera there after a long layoff, back again in the St. Joseph's side. Said Al-Khalai now playing in a sweeper position, and he was quite firm, but perhaps rather too casual. Here's Ernest Gilbert, who's back in Gib after being studying for the past term. And Brian Askers there beating his man beautifully, but a bit hurried perhaps on the shot, and blasts this one over. Good work there from Brian and Ernest. There's Jimmy Perez with a good through ball. Once again it's Gilbert coming down the left. He nearly beats his man, but it's Alan Askers there with a left foot shot, but it goes for a corner, and nothing came off that. Aldorino and Falero, that's Joe Falero there on the left. Aldorino once again, good ball into the middle there, and both Wink and Gonzalo Aguilera miss it. Although the ball did go for a corner. Once again it's Francis Aldorino. And a good through ball there. Ball being chipped back by Mañasco, and Steven Orciel there virtually on the line. Mañasco comes back as Wink fumbles this one. And Jimmy Perez there trying to clear, but in the end it's Tommy Cornelio there, the United number 4, who puts it out to touch. But after some pressure, United buckled, and that's José Luis Tellez scoring a superb goal after a flick on from this corner, and we'll see it again. It's a good flick on, and without hesitating on the volley from a rather acute angle, beating the United defence and Aurelio Wink, who was nowhere inside. Free kick to Saints now, and Said Al-Khalai really thunders this one towards United's goal. There's Wink having trouble, ball hits the bar a couple of times, but eventually goes over for a corner. Yeah, Falero rises, and an overhead effort from Aguilera goes over the bar. And here's Jimmy Perez, who sustained a bad knock, is off, and the other right half coming in, Pepe Moreno, to replace him. But 1-0 it was at half-time, and United now playing from left to right. Once again, Akalai starting most of the moves for St. Joseph's with those long searching balls into the United half. There's Leslie Askers coming in from midfield, and Brian there working, his brother Brian, working wonders with the ball. Good shot by Ernest Gilbert, and Leslie Askers can't finish it off. Eventually the ball is cleared, and it's a throw into United. Once again, a good move started from midfield by United. It was good to see them trying to work the ball rather than just pumping it forward. The ball won there nicely. It's Moreno who very unselfishly gives it to Leslie Askers, but his cross is intercepted and it's a corner. And Brian Askers there chipping for his brother Alan, for his other Brian. There were 3 Askers playing yesterday, and a good save from Richard Bear. Saints on the attack now. And the ball coming through, and a good chance there missed, and there again Tony Sayers from a difficult position just puts the ball out of play. And we see some good work once again here from Moreno, but it's a foul, and from this quickly taken free kick comes the equaliser. Good head on, and Moreno going to the far post, has loads of room and time, controls it neatly and blasts it from about 2 or 3 yards out. There it is again. Buhaya nods over and completely unmarked inside the 6-yard box. Pepe Moreno makes it 1-0. Here's Aaron Buyaya, number 2. And goes to the line, manages to pull it across, perhaps a bit too close, but once again, Richard Bear there in all sorts of problems. Once again, it's Buyaya, and there's a handball there, fairly clear. That one wasn't too clear, but 2 appeals, but they went unnoticed by the referee. And that's Lombard who came in for Gonzalo Aguilera. He's all arms and legs, but very, very effective sometimes, but this time he was thwarted by Askers. And that's Moreno there, fouling Mañasco on the edge of the box, and watch this from one situation virtually which could have been a goal for Saints. Watch this deep clearance, and Brian Askers collects, and it's his brother Leslie legging it there down the middle, and an intelligent ball, perfectly measured, and it's 2-1. I'm sure Leslie there could have run on forever. Richard Bear perhaps at fault. He was a bit late in coming out. Didn't go down early enough, but very well worked goal. Bags of room there for Picardo for his shot, but he didn't make anything of it. And Brian there controlling, waiting for support, finding the space, and bang, then it goes, and Leslie legs it, beats the defender, all ends up, and slots it at the near post. Manchester United 2, St. Joseph's 1. Well, a truly well-deserved victory for Manchester United, who came back with a lot of character. It was good to see United play the ball around for a change instead of just booting it upfield and expect miracles from their forward striker Brian Askers. In fact, he usually does a few miracles, in fact. But St. Joseph's fielded Gonzalo Aguilera, who doesn't seem fully fit yet and was virtually non-existent for the long period.
In memory of the fallen victims of the British task force in the South Atlantic. This was put into operation before every match in the tournament. And so on to the action. And here, first piece of action with Pessina running through, but he can't put his header away, and it's just wide of the right-hand post. And the first goal for Glasses. George de Soysa from the reserves playing first team, and Olimo Sanede allowed a lot of room inside the penalty area. He was able to control the ball, and we'll see that again. He was able to control the ball with his chest and put it away with his right foot, which is supposed to be his bad foot, but who was arguing. 1-0 to Glasses then at this stage. They could have gone further ahead on a couple of occasions, like this one. There, Ivan Duarte scoring, but the referee disallowing the goal for alleged pushing. You would see a good move there with Joe Lopez pushing it wide on the left, and George de Soysa running in from the right heads the corner of the post, which could very easily have made it 2-0 to Glasses. And this is Antonio Johnson down on the left, and Lavagna with a tremendous half volley shot, having Wink in trouble, and once again that man Ivan Duarte was there unmarked, as it happened a week ago in the Rock Cup final. He was there to put away the bad goalkeeping error. True to say though, the shot was quite unexpected and caught Aurelio Wing quite unaware. There it is, onto the bar again, but no challenge, no real challenge to Ivan Duarte, who puts Glasses to up. United had their chances, and this was a very good piece of play from Leslie Askers on the right. He crosses the ball, and Brother Brian makes no mistake, not from that range anyway. One of the better goals of the tournament as a whole, and we'll have a chance to see that one again. Leslie Askers controlling the ball very well, putting his defender one way first, then the other, and Brian making no mistake despite the pressure from Francis de Soisa. And yet another attack, and there was very little stopping that man Brian Askers really. United had their chances, but it didn't come until the second half when they managed to equalize. And here we see a bit of Brian Askers magic. He takes on 1, 2, 3, and there's Vecino to somewhat half-heartedly poke that ball over Menchi Lopez, but with a chance like that you couldn't really miss. And there's still a lot of fire left in that Brian Askers of ours. Here's once again out on the left, takes on 1, 2, 3 defenders and says, go on Pesino, put it away. And he says, thank you very much to all. And in the dying minutes there was a chance for Glasses to clinch it, and this is it just now. Olindo Sene again with his right foot, not his best foot, putting it just wide of the post. But his cross is very well held there by Aurelio Wing in goal, who seemed to pick up quite well yesterday after having a few nightmare matches. And Said Akalai out on the left, playing a neat 1-2 with Willie Buckley, goes into the box, oof. And that was a nasty one, but the referee decided to give an indirect free kick inside the box, which Said Akalai himself is going to take. And as you can see, a rather weak effort. It was easily headed away by Leslie Askers, and the ball eventually cleared away from the danger zone. And here we see a bit of Wilf Buckley magic down the left. He himself taking the ball down to the corner, pulling it back, but again, weak finishing. And eventually, Buckley has to come in himself to try and finish it, but he hits the side netting. And here's the first goal. Victor Figueras puts Derek Askers through, chests it down, and very cool in his action. He places it well beyond reserve keeper there, Carlos Gaviso. There it is once again. We replaced Richard there after about 15 minutes of play. And he had another chance there, and Pesino very nearly made it 2-0 when his shot from virtually on the line hit the crossbar. And Brian Askers now had a chance to put them further ahead for that magical 2-0 figure by bringing off a rather nice save from Gaviso. And then Derek Askers once again, they missed about 20 chances, to name a few. But eventually it came from this man, Brian Askers, who really was man of the tournament. He plays a lovely 1-2 off Vecino, and he says, thank you very much. That's 2-0 and the cup's ours. There was still, though, a couple of minutes to go, but there was no denying Manchester United the brave comeback the previous day from Glasses, and in the terrible heat yesterday afternoon, they really pulled everything out of the bag, and this man Askers really has to take all the honours. And from that range, as we said earlier, he can't give Brian Askers that chance. There's a bit of fun and games as well towards the end of the match as the ball comes into the area. You see it just there. And United obviously spurred on by the result, trying to add to that, and we see players falling about all over the place. The ball nearly going over the line. Brian Askus is again in the thick of it, and eventually 1, 2, 3 on the ground, but no harm done really. So deservedly running off the season nicely for Manchester United. Victor Figueres received the trophy from Bob Brandle, son of the late Bob Brandle, in whose honour the trophy is paid.
Casino heading back,
annually.
Stephen Ociel at the touch, and Brian Askus into the net. Tommy Cornelius starting another move, good move. Figueres. Brian Askus controls it. Chip into the middle for his brother Derek. Saved again by Thomas. Corner. Figueres header, and again the goalie in the way. Move, Figueres started by Figueres. Brian Askus, Figueres running on well, tremendously well for that through pass, but Thomas comes out to foil him. And in the second half now, Brian Askus to Figueres once more, and his shot this time is just narrowly wide. But then the Staffords pressed hard. A corner, Williams takes it. Scramble in front of goal, Nick Tracy with Wink on the ground, Heighton, but the ball booted away. And this was really the best chance for scoring by the Staffords until then. Wink away and Gilbert trying, but not connecting. And watch that now, Derek Askus racing through, foul on the edge of the box given by the referee Richard Macias. Scullion across, and Derek Askus himself heads into the net. And watch that foul on the edge of the box again. Askus coming through, really made quite a bit more of it, but the ball wasn't completely cleanly taken either. One of those which is a 50-50, and the referee decided in favour of Manchester. And Askus nods the ball in, 2-0. Brian Askus now, Scullion, a neat through ball across to Derek Askus once more. Takes deliberate aim, but just over with that neat lob. Godbold on the ball now for the Staffords. Tracy, Heighton. Good through ball, and a monumental miss by Kike Garcia. And Strickland makes no mistake with that one. He accepted that one pretty well. You'll be able to watch that move again. Good move by the soldiers. 1, 2, 3 players playing it close triangle, but that bad miss, and lets in Strickland. Another shot from Heighton, presented problems to Wink, but just manages to grab it in time. Now United against Scullion winning the ball. Vecino, neat touch from him, still stays with it. Pushes it across to Figueres coming in, a neat touch, one touch, and Brian Askus neatly chipping the ball over. A great goal. You'll be able to watch that again. Certainly the best goal of this match. Scullion tenaciously winning the ball, and Vecino doing well on this occasion. Figueres finds Brian Askus and into the net. A clever goal. Staffords kept trying. Williams in the middle. Gilbert through ball to Strickland. Another piercing move, but his shot this time is just over, and 3-1.
Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you this love in my heart that I'm feeling for you.
Let 'em say we're crazy. I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, baby. Don't ever look back. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart.
Junior Football Handicap Cup results. All the finals played on Saturday morning, and we're going to watch some of the action from the Under-14 Handicap Cup between Manchester United in the white shirts playing against Red Imps in the reds. Perhaps we have shown a little bit too much from the Under-14s this year. Unfortunately, this has been due to the fact that the timings of the fixtures haven't allowed us to film any of the big matches played earlier on Saturday mornings, and similarly for the late matches which go on through the lunch hour. But nonetheless, this Under-14 league has been very interesting this year. Eventually won by Manchester United after a couple of contra-throws, particularly against St. Joseph's and the nearest rival, St. Teresa's Club. But we have seen quite a lot of skillful football in the Under-14s, and to cap it all now, the Handicap Cup, where Manchester United, the league champions, were pitted against Red Imps. Much inferior side, given 3 goals advantage, but Manchester United with the task of having to beat that. They came through quite well in the early rounds, being able to surmount the handicap. And just to have a look at some of the players that we can watch out for, particularly from this side, and we also mentioned some of the others. We have been looking at players of the caliber of Jamie Pessino, Aaron Askers there, the left-footed player, whose dad, as well as Jamie's dad, did particularly good for Manchester United in the late 70s and very early 80s. Some other players worthy of mention in the Under-14s, we have Bagu, a player who invariably scores goals for St. Teresa's, Gawaran, a good defensive player in Amos Federico for St. Joseph's, and for Manchester United, one other player very worthy of mention who's come through very well. A lot of players at this age tend to lose their cool regularly, but there he is, striking the ball to the number 2. His name is Montiel, and no doubt we'll be hearing a lot from these youngsters, particularly him, who we can look forward to playing superb football late into his teens and hopefully at senior level eventually. This is the sort of skill we'll be looking at. Aaron Askers scoring the 5th and final goal for Manchester United. The score incidentally 5-3 in favour of United, giving them yet another trophy in the 1992-93 season. The other Handicap Cup matches being played on Saturday morning. The under-8s, it was a near affair at the end of full-time between Combined Services and Manchester United Nasty Boys, but eventually won by the Combined Services 2-1 on penalties. College Cosmos against the Combined Services in the under-12s. This went to College Cosmos by the odd goal in 2-1 to College Cosmos to give them a trophy at the end of the season. Manchester United beat Lincoln in the under-10s 2-1. In the under-16s, Gibraltar United beat Manchester United 8-5. And so to the presentation of the under-14s, these youngsters have been collecting trophies throughout the season. And no doubt we'll be hearing a lot more from them. And incidentally, next week we can look ahead to perhaps the glamour match at the end of the junior football season, where we have the league winners playing against a West selection, something which always was very popular at senior level. We haven't seen that for a long time now, but starting from 9 o'clock onwards, under-8s, under-10s, under-12s and under-14s playing the league champions against rest of the league selection. All except the under-16s, incidentally. Unfortunately, they won't be able to have that, as a lot of players are going to be away. But looking ahead to 1993-1994 season, we will see all these youngsters back in action again at the Victoria Stadium. Mustn't forget the managers and the helpers of the Gibraltar Junior Football League for having made this season such a successful one. The occasion was a presentation of trophies after all the League Cup finals had been played. And we've just seen the runners-up coming up to collect their miniatures. Combined Services in the under-8 League Cup final, having lost to Manchester United Warriors by 1-0. This team coming up, in fact, is Lincoln, the under-12s League Cup runners-up. After having drawn 1-1 at the end of full-time, they went down 4-3 against Manchester United, who are seen here taking the under-12 League Cup. Dozens of trophies, literally, and rewarding for the lads after such hard work. And here are the champions of the under-8 League Cup final, Manchester United Warriors. These under-8s, new experience for...
And they really should have got a goal there, but somehow or other the ball stayed out. Pocock playing the ball to Kevin Castle, offside decision given. I'm pretty certain it wasn't Castle who was offside, but rather Maurice Okanya to the left, but the goal didn't stand, and Castle having a go at the referee, eventually something he said to the linesman, earning him a red card. And this is certainly going to have repercussions for St. Teresa's, who in one match lost their whole strike force, Douglas Baiocchi and Kevin Castle. If they have suspensions to serve, they're certainly not going to be the force they have been in the early season in the forthcoming games. But the cream on the cake for Manchester United came with that beautifully taken goal, solo effort from Ernest Gilbert, completing his hat-trick. The goal of the match, and possibly the best move of the match, 5 minutes into injury time. And there the final whistle going. Manchester United could celebrate this victory, which puts them at the top of the Coca-Cola First Division. Tonight, it's Lincoln against Glacis. If Lincoln win, they join United.
Important tactical changes by coach Bouaja for Manchester United's most recent match against St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's have been enjoying a very long unbeaten run since well before Christmas. But Manchester United had some players in unusual positions, like Adrian Oliveira, for example, playing up front. to give much needed support to Keith Ruiz in the attack line of the Reds. But St. Joseph certainly seemed to be in a very determined mood to take another win. There's camera just picking up the goal by Aisho Borj, giving St. Joseph's a 1-0 lead. And indeed, it seemed at this stage in the first half that they were overrunning Manchester United, and one had the feeling that they perhaps could have had a few more goals. Manchester United took some time in settling into the new play, but there's Adrian Oliveira's cross blocked out by the St. Joseph's keeper, and Keith Ruiz could have perhaps done better when he had the whole goal to aim for. But certainly he was to improve his sights much later on. This goal was disallowed by the referee. He did whistle before the ball was headed in by St. Joseph's. It seems that he might have been in an offside position, but it did not seem too clear. The ball is picked up here in midfield by Michael Bautista, and he runs at the Manchester United defence before laying it on for Bonavia, and his floated cross just going over the bar. Another good run here by Hanglin, again setting up Bonavia. The shot is stopped by Herrada. Mustafa Aboud controlling the midfield for Manchester United, passing on to Keith Menes, and this run by Aaron Asquez, who played right behind the front two strikers, sets up Keith Ruiz for a very well taken header to equalise the game. There's the move again. Some very good interpassing moves, a very good diagonal run there by Asquez, checks, floats the ball in. Ruiz there totally unmarked in the centre of the St. Joseph's defence. Somebody should have been picking him up perhaps. St. Joseph's counter this floated cross from Mohamed Younes, and Castle heads it, and it's cleared off the line by David Duarte when his keeper Herrada was well beaten. So on to the second half. Barrow chips in this free kick, but it comes to nothing. There's a very good move here from midfield. Ruiz picks it up and sends Oliveira away down the left wing, and a lovely through ball there for Ruiz to tap in for number 2 for United. Excellent move, well worth seeing again. We've often said throughout the course of this season that Manchester United always seem to have a good shape about them on the field, but their problem was not having enough striking power up front. But this tactical switch of moving Oliveira further out on the left seems to certainly help them in this match, and it caught St. Joseph's by surprise, although it might certainly warn some of the other opposition in Division 1 by now. But here Aaron Asquez, possibly the goal of the match, runs at St. Joseph's defence from midfield, goes right through them and taps it past St. Joseph's keeper for number 3. A wonderful goal. We have mentioned before that questions are certainly asked of St. Joseph's defence with fast front runners attacking them. They certainly seem to be one-paced. You've got this sort of speed coming at them, and they were not able to cope with that. It's certainly a wonderful third goal. And here Ruiz on the right takes on Christian Hook, sets up Duarte, and he skims his shot, goes rather wide, but that was a very good opportunity. And from this corner by Hanglin, the rebound is picked up by Bonavia and makes it 3-2, so St. Joseph's were back in it again. Still desperate not to lose this long unbeaten run of theirs, and trying to come back into this match, and also of course to keep in touch with St. Teresa's, because that now seems to be the top clash in Division 1, with both these teams battling for the title. Well, there's another floated ball there that ends up being picked up by Oliveira, and he calmly slots it away for number 4, finishing off St. Joseph's chances in this match. But it was a lovely floated pass, as you can see, and once again catching St. Joseph's defence flat-footed, and of course they weren't too happy with this. And Aisho Borj here being sent off for dissent. Indeed, it's been one of St. Joseph's problems, disciplinary problems at different stages throughout the season. It was rather disappointing for them, but they still did try to come back. They're capable of playing some very good football at times. There was another good break there, or there was a suspicion of a ball being controlled with a hand. But Manchester United countered from this short corner, and a great shot there hitting the upright. And from here then on, just controlling the ball in midfield. Yet another fast break there, possibly doubtful position. David Duarte again hitting the ball wide, Final score 4-2 to Manchester United, and of course next week's game is the big one, St. Joseph's against St. Teresa's at the top of the division. And trying to get the goal that would give them the title, and this they were trying to do at all costs, but with very little organised play, not like the sort of stuff that they've been providing us for most of the season, although they were putting on the pressure on the Glasses goal, but really it was more with a desire to get that goal than with any sort of organised approach play. But they did have their moments. Bonavia here is trying to set up another move. Again, the balls are being cleared out. And all sorts of problems there. A free kick being awarded against Glasses United. And Mustafa Rabout, one of Manchester United's most influential players, lining up to take this free kick. But he made a complete hash of it. Perhaps on another day, this would have gone in. But it just about sums up the sort of afternoon that Manchester United were having. Ivan De Aru again passing on to Abut, but again he's blocked out by the Glasses defence. The ball coming back to midfield man Michael Bonavia, holding it up, and Keith Rees has a good run down the right, but again he's blocked out, and a corner to Manchester United. Adrian Olivero taking it, Wink clearing the ball, and Etherington tries to keep the pressure on Glasses United, but Balvan takes the ball away from him. And there's a bad challenge there, although he did seem to play the ball, but Etherington goes into referee Fa's book. In fact, there were a total of 6 players that went into the book with yellow cards, 3 for each team. For Manchester United, it was Etherington that we've just seen there, Clive Lopez and Adrian Olivero for dissent, and the Glasses players to go down into the book were Wilfred Balvan, Michael Felice and Christian de Soysa. But overall, referee Fa managed to keep a good control of the game. And we see here a very good run by Wilfred Balvan down the left, taking 3 Manchester United defenders with him, and he still manages to put a cross in that is cleared by substitute Michael Ballerino before any further damage could be done to Manchester United. Further problems here and a bit of a scramble in the Glasses United goal, and referee Fa judging one of the Manchester United strikers to have fouled the keeper, and Adrian Olivero trying his best to get himself sent off on the day, with a display of continuous dissent. But thankfully things cooled down and the players concentrated on what they were there for, and that was trying to play football on a very blustery afternoon. And here came the moment of Manchester United's equaliser, a terrible slip up there by keeper Wink, rather unfortunate for him really. A ball that posed no threat for his goal from Keith Rees, but somehow he contrived to lose it and lay it at the feet of Keith Menes, who gratefully tapped it into an empty net. And I say unfortunate because keeper Wink has had a wonderful season for Glasses, and he's really played wonders for them in their goal. But all joy and delight for the Manchester United contingent, as they could see the league title coming their way at last. It was difficult to see where one of their chances was going to come throughout the afternoon, and in the end it had to be a gift from Glasses United, but they all count. And the skipper Ivan De Aru stepping up for the 3rd round Property Cup. And then of course the moment they'd all waited for, the league title going to Manchester United for the 8th time in their history. They've also had a number of successful cup wins through the years. Team founded back in the early 60s, and they've always had a very strong presence in the first division since those early days. So celebrations for the team on the pitch. And I later spoke to coach Bubi Bouaja, who's been involved with a number of their club successes, and also to their club captain, Ivan De Aru. And the celebration started almost immediately as the team left Victoria Stadium and made their way along Queensway and back to their club premises. Clearly in a very festive mood, and things were to carry on throughout the course of Saturday night. There's Michael Ballerino trying some acrobatics. And they make their way into the clubhouse and into the showers, where it was party time for the first team squad and the coaching staff. So a great time had by all, and this particular crop of Manchester United players therefore joins the ranks of other sides to have won league titles and cup competitions for them, starting here with the first league title in 1974-75. This team that was coached, of course, by Eduardo Tejes. And in the 1980-81 season, senior cup winners, Gonzalo Aguilera there doing some dancing jig as he celebrates with the Senior Cup, being looked on by Frank Baglietto and Dayron Bujeje. And skipper Victor Figueras picking up the Senior Cup alongside Tommy Cornelio. But interesting to note the number of spectators that were present there. In 1984, Senior League winners, and last time round in 1995. Congratulations to the new First Division champion.
I'm serious as cancer when I say rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm is a dancer. It's a source of passion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices. Free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah. It's a passion. You can feel it, people feel it. Rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm, you can feel it, people feel it. Rhythm.
Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me higher. See the champions take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game. And together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just real proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game, and together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. Oh, 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 oh.
Newcastle United, of course, resplendent in the black and white stripes. Manchester United, of course, in the red. We'll see. If we can just take you through the team lineup. Right midfield. Be interesting to see how his right peg will influence this game. Arguably the best right foot in Gibraltar football. Going through the midfield again, Lee Casiaro will join Dan Duarte. Johan Valverde will play a role on the left-hand side. And then in front of those, we've got Rui Cipollina, Graham Alves and Phil Davitt. The Newcastle substitutes this afternoon: Perez, the two Perez brothers, Vilarta, Ernest Galliano and the flying Dwayne Ignacio. It'll be interesting to see if he gets a run out as the game moves into the second half and we get one or two tired limbs. Of course, Charlie Cumbo, the manager. Now for the Manchester United lineup. In goal, Henry Herrada, Navarro, Lee Ferrari, Etherington and Santos will make up what has been a watertight back four this season. That will really be one of the strengths of Manchester United this afternoon. Will they be able to contain the likes of Lee Casiaro? I'd expect to see Newcastle go straight for the jugular early on. Would you agree with that, Tony?
I do. I think they probably go for quick, successive counter-attacks in the early stages of the game to test Man United's defense, and then we'll take it from there. It's gonna be. And I think that's probably what they're gonna try and use. Slow the game as much as they can.
Valverde, a lovely little ball there too. Casiaro.
That's it.
Phil Davitt. It's a goal! What a finish!
The moment the ball went to David, as I said, he makes anything of everything thrown at him.
A lovely turn by Phil Davitt.
Whilst every time Newcastle.
And there we have it, half time.
That was a quick half, Nick.
Newcastle in complete control, 1-0, and it's going to go down. Anything could happen, and that's dangerous. Oh, it's come off the post. Oh, appeal for penalty been given. It's a penalty.
Yes. I mean, on two occasions Manchester United has been unlucky.
Menez with the penalty to put his side back in this game.
Well, there you are, Nick. Out of nothing, United could come out with an equaliser here. And it's in.
And the crowd goes bananas to our left-hand side here, where most of the United support are seated.
I said that there was only one team.
And Fabio with a little bit of space. Lee Gio. You wouldn't fancy being confronted with that sight down the dark alley late at night.
No way.
Montavio looks to be injured there.
I mean, Gio is a strong, powerful fire. I mean, many times he may have been accused of hard tackle, but he's not a dirty tackler. He's strong and powerful.
Young Robbie Montovio looks to be in a little bit of discomfort. Let's hope he's okay.
I mean,
The players crowding round, looking
it's like
quite
hitting
concerned.
yourself against a wardrobe to be fair.
With the young legs of Brian Perez. There we have it.
And extra time.
Full time. 1-1. We certainly have a game of football.
I love it when we have a team that makes that both teams are very, very equal. Goals don't come. Sometimes I like to see the adrenaline of players and spectators alike coming high when we go to the penalty spot.
Into the inside channel, away from Johan Valverde. Pacino takes on the defence, looks to get in the cross.
That's a good
It's
cross.
a good deep cross. Caius running onto this one. Wow, dropped out. Here's Casiaro, turns and goes. Now we'll see his pace. Causing panic in the United defence. He's found Phil Davids. He's got time, gets in the shots. It's a goal! What a goal! Phil Davids picked that one out.
Done it again, Nick.
And we see a pitch invasion by the Newcastle bench. What a peach of a finish.
Give him the chance, and he took it. He's deadly.
The Manchester players are on the superhuman effort that's required to put them back in this match. At this stage it doesn't look likely.
Not really. Because Newcastle know what they do, know what they want, and that's it. They're happy with the 2-1 lead.
Here's something.
That's Menes again.
He's found out. Casino on the right, cuts it back. It's a great goal! Can you believe this? What a left-footed finish. Well, we've seen it all now since Tony.
And that's it. The penalties.
Certainly is going to be the lottery of penalties. And the crowd will certainly tell you the outcome of this one.
We go with the first one.
Cheers of celebration or howls of derision. We'll find out any second.
I'm sure Herrera is hurting inside of it. So here we go again. And that's it. He really dug it in, Dick. So that goal, he knew that ball, he didn't stop in the first penalty. It was probably taking a little bit of effect on him.
Well, he's a cool customer, Lee Casiaro. Bit of mind games going on here. Duarte. He's got a right foot like an Exocet missile. But it means nothing when it comes down to the nerves of the penalties. He steadies it. Henry Herrard is looking the other way. Mind games or what? He scores! 2-1 Newcastle. It is a cool game at times like this, isn't it?
It is sad because
Nicky Ferrari. You see the whites of his eyes. He scores! 2-2. It's going down to the wire. Don't put the kettle on.
he's a cool character, Herrera is.
So is Graham Alves. Gunfight at the OK Victoria Stadium.
There we go.
He scored! In 2 hours.
So he's done everything he wanted to do. Let's see the 1 minute. And that's it.
3-3.
Give me freedom, give me fire, give me reason, take me higher. See the champions take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game. And together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. Oh, 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 give you freedom, give you fire, give you reason, take you higher. See the champions take the field now. Unify us, make us feel proud. In the streets our heads are lifting as we lose our inhibition. Celebration, it surrounds us. Every nation, all around us. Sing forever young, singing songs underneath the sun. Let's rejoice in the beautiful game. And together at the end of the day, we all say, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes. Oh, 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 oh.
strongest formation. You know the score, score, score at the top of the table. Stand in line, gotta wait your turn, the skills are divine. Shooting for goal, strongest formation. You know the score, score, score. Keep your head high, never give up the fight. No, now is the time.
Stand in line. Let's do this bumper dancing time. No matter if you're big or small, just get your feet up on the floor. Now everybody stand in line. Let's do this bumper dancing time. No matter if you're big or small, just get your feet up on the floor.
Attack down the flanks. Go, go, go. Hat trick, defense. Keeper, crossbar, sweeper. Hear the chants of the crowd. Hear the chants of the crowd. It's time to get down. If you're loving the sound. Now, everybody now. Everybody now. Gotta get your feet up now. Everybody now. Everybody now. Gotta get your feet up now.
Get your feet up on the floor now. Get your feet up on the floor now. Get your feet up on the floor now. Get your feet up on the floor now. Get your feet up on the floor now. Get your feet up on the floor now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody stand in line. Let's do this bumper dancing time. No matter if you're big or small, just get your feet up on the floor. Now everybody stand in line. Let's do this bumper dancing time. No matter if you're big or small, just get your feet up on the floor.
Let's do this football dancing time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep the football on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the move, get in the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the football on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the move, get in the groove.
Um sábado na balada, a galera começou a dançar e passou a menina mais linda. Tomei coragem e comecei a falar. Como é que é, vai? Nossa, nossa, assim você me mata. Ai, se eu te pego, ai, ai, se eu te pego. Delícia, delícia, assim você me mata. Ai, se eu te pego, ai, ai, se eu te pego, tema. Sábado na balada, o quê? A galera começou a dançar e passou a menina mais linda. Tomei coragem e comecei a falar. Nossa, nossa, assim você me mata.